Good morning, students. I am Dr. Ritika, the faculty of CSA department, as an associate professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I am going to deliver the lecture on the subject of our e-commerce, which is related to our BCA 6 SEMs. And today, we will cover the topic of our value chain. And in this topic, we will cover like business models, meaning of value chain, history related to our value chain, Porter's model, value chain for e-business, some integrations of organizations, and last we will cover about the applications of our value chain. So what is a business model? So the e-business model, like any business model, describes how a company functions, how it provides a product or service. Also shows how it generates revenue and how it will create and adapt to new markets and technologies. So which is related to our e-business model, or you can say a business model, which describes all the company related functions, whether it is related to your product, service, revenue, or it may be created or may be adapted for a market and for new market and technologies. Now, meaning of value chain. A value chain is a chain of activities that a firm operating in a specific industry performs in order to deliver a valuable product or service for the market. So student, once again, it is a chain of activities that a firm operating in a specific industry performs in order to deliver a valuable product or service for the market. Now, history of our value chain. The concept comes from business management and was first described and popularized by Michael Porter in his 1985, which is the bestseller, competitive, and also contains some advantages for creating and sustaining superior performance. So here are the some Porter's 1985 some activities and some which support activities and some primary activities. In this diagram, you can easily understand activities are to be classified into two types, like support activities and you can say some primary activities. In primary activities, they include inbound logistics operations, some outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and their services. But in support activities, which support some primary activities, which includes infrastructure, HRM, which is human resource management, some technology development, and some procurements. So these all are the activities which is delivered by the Porter in 1985. So with the help of this diagram, you can easily understand which activity is primary and which activity is supportive for the company level for different departments, which are very helpful for our value chain in e-commerce or in a business model. Now, why value chain for e-business? One of the most important question which is related to our value chain is why value chain for e-business? Why value chain for e-business? The answer is a process-oriented approach to electronic business and electronic government, which allows to study electronic transactions between market partner, consumers and citizens, as well as some public administrations which is related to the NGOs. So the approach which is related to our business and e-government and also allow to study electronic transactions between market partners, consumers, some citizens, also some public administration which is related to the or which is included in the different NGOs. So here are the society and business environment, and here are the some value chains. So with the help of this diagram, you can easily understand how e-business framework to be classified into different part and how value chain is related with society and business environment. In e-business framework, it support processes like strategic planning, organization and human resources, security management, controlling, and cultural administration. Now, in value chain, it includes e-products and services, e-procurements, online marketing, some e-transactions or e-contractings, some online distributions, some e-payments and e-CRM. So these are all are related to our value chain, also related to the technology management and innovation management, and include some class of business. So these all are related to your society and business environment, which is helpful for support processing as well as some value chain. They may support some technological management and innovation management, also focus on classes of business or you can say industries. Now, internet technology should broaden the capacity to act of organization and of individuals, which promote transactional contacts and exchange relations and leads to an open society with cultural originating and varieties. For this purpose, the opportunities and risks of electronic means of communication must be weighted against each other and the protection of intellectual property and of the private sphere maintenance. So, you can easily understand with this paragraph how internet technology gives an opportunity and risk related to your businesses by which they can communicate and how they can support their public and private sphere maintenances. Now, pillars of our e-business model. It is very important how our e-business can make some pillar to interact with customer with the help of some different product innovations. So here you can understand these are the product innovations like capabilities, value configuration, value propositions, feel and serve, and target customer. Or here you can understand with the help of this infrastructure management customer relationship. In infrastructure management, it is related to your resources, value configuration, and their partner network. In customer relationship, they handle some information strategies, feel and serve, and trust and loyalty. But some financial aspect which affects on product innovation, some infrastructure management, and their customer relationships are cost structure, what are the profit and loss related to your product or related to your which will be related to their infrastructure management and customer management, and last is a revenue model. So these are the some three are the financial aspects which are related to your infrastructure management, product innovation, as well as some customer relationship. So these are the this diagram is very important to maintain the pillars of our e-business models, and also they support overall manufacturing, overall processing, which is deals with the different value chains of our e-business or in e-commerce. Now, the effective delivery of value to a customer requires data company organize its structure and functions according to the type of product or offering delivered. The value chain describes a linear set of steps which could be activities or business processes such as design, production and sale, whereby a manufacturing company delivers value chain which delivers model striving for overall efficiency and cost reduction by increasing the efficiency and reducing the cost of each business process. So in each step is independent and separately and can be outsourced or contracted out to another company. The value chain becomes a supply chain when a company uses the input, and activities of other companies in its manufacturing process. Now, integrations of organization, or you can say some enterprise operations. So, with the help of this diagram, you can easily understand how supply chain to be delivered from one company to another, and how value chain model to be interact with different companies. So in company A, some inbound logistics operate with operations, some outbound logistic which also related to their market and sales and services. So this outbound logistic deals with the company E in inbound logistics. They follow the operations, some outbound logistic, marketing and sale and services. These two companies, company A and E, they follow the process of our value chain model. So here is the shipping schedules between the company A and company E, which satisfy the shipping requirements of both the companies. So this diagram shows how an organization can interact with supply chain interaction and how they deal with the help of our value chain models. So we have explained, I have already explained you with company with the help of different company examples. I have taken two examples of two different companies and how they follow some inbound, outbound, or we can say some outbound of one company, how they correlated with the inbound of the different companies, and how they follow the shipping schedules between company A and B company, or you can say A and E, and how shipping requirements to be fulfilled in both the companies, and how they correlated, how they inbound, how they interrelated with their different value chains. I hope this diagram is understandable by students. Now next is the applications to describe how a company functions, how it provide a product or service, and how it produce revenue. Indicates how a company will create and adapt to new markets and technologies. It also shows how a company can be successful provided that all the components work together in a cooperative and supportive fashions. It also helps management to focus on the whole business, not just in one activities. So these are the applications which is related to our value chain. Now references we have followed to make the PPT related to your value chain. So before going to finish the PPT, just take a little bit review what we have learned about value chain. It is just an introduction of our value chain. In next slide we will cover some analysis behavior related to your value chain. So in this we have understand what is value chain, what is it meaning. So it perform in order to deliver a valuable product or services for the market. So it is a chain which gives a firm operations for a specific industries which perform valuable deliver of valuable product or services for the market. After that we have covered some history related to our value chain, and then we have learned with the help of this diagram how primary activities and supportive activities are helpful for our value chain. After that we have covered why value chain for e-businesses, that are the reasons we have covered in our slide. Basically they allow to study electronic transactions between market partner, consumers and citizens. Also helpful for private and public administrations, which includes in different NGOs also. After that we have covered how society and business environment is helpful for their value chain. We have learned about e-business framework of our value chain. After that we have covered how internet facilities should increase or helpful for give an opportunity to deal with different with the help of different e-commerces or e-businesses, and they also helpful for upwarding our value chain processes. After that, we have learned about the pillars of our e-business model. We have learned some financial aspects which is related to your product innovation, infrastructure management, as well as their customer relationship also. Then we have learned infrastructure management, we have learned customer relationship and how they interact with the help of their financial aspects also. So financial aspect is correlated with product innovation, infrastructure management, and customer relationship. They target all the aspects and gives a pillar of our e-business model. After that, we have covered in our slide like value chain describes a linear set of steps which could be activity or business processes such as design, production, and sale. Also, they strengthen overall efficiency and cost reduction by increasing the efficiency and reducing the cost of each businesses also, and also can be outsourced or contracted out other the companies. So value chain become a supply chain when a company uses the inputs and their activities of other companies in the manufacturing processes. After that, we have covered in our slide like how supply chain is related to their different companies and how value chain model correlated with the help of some inbound and outbound logistics and how they follow some shipping schedules and shipping requirements. They are also correlated with each other, which helpful for our supply chain integration and maintained by our value chain models. And they overall this diagram shows the integration of organization, or you can say some enterprise operations. After that, we have covered some application related to our value chain, and then which are very helpful for or focus on the businesses, and they also helpful for successful provide some component work together. They are very cooperative and supportive fashions and create and adapt new markets and technologies, and also provide some product and services how it produce revenues. These are all are the applications of our value chain. After that, we have covered some references by which we have created our PPTs. We have taken some material related to our value chain. So students, follow up these references. So these references gives you more knowledge related to the topic value chain, supply chain, or you can say which is related to our e-commerce. It is very helpful for you. So it was just a little bit introduction about the value chain. In our next slide, we will cover some value chain activities which is very much helpful for our e-commerce. So students, it is all over about our value chain, or we can say some introduction of value chain and how value chain is effective for our business and how they maintain their supply chains. So it is about introduction to value chain. So students, thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you students.